Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Women in Security Navigate Her Coffee Chat series. I'm Beth Anderson, and alongside me is my co-chair, Emma Barkley. We're thrilled you've joined us today for a relaxed, candid conversation about building successful careers in security. Our goal is to connect you with inspiring stories, practical insights, and real-world advice from leading women in the field. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive in.
We're joined today with Becca Greensides, who I have the pleasure of working with at JCI Security Products. And this is another Women in Engineering coffee chat for Navigate Her and Women in Security Forum. So Becca, you want to introduce yourself?
So I am Becca Greensides. I am part of the applications engineering team. I am dedicated to the West Coast region, so I get to support that entire team. And I live in St. George, Utah.
So Becca, how did you get into the security industry?
I mean, it's always fun to hear people's stories about the security industry. And like so many other people, my path here was not a direct one or one that I ever thought I would end up in. And I definitely wouldn't be here without the encouragement and support of friends and coworkers. So it started, I was working at the Marriott Library at the University of Utah, and they were undergoing a phased renovation. So the building remained open and everything had to be moved around multiple times, including the rare books collection, which required a certain amount of sensitivity and security. And with the building that was open, there were opportunities where we had to do overnight fire watch. We had to watch for leaks within the sprinkler system. And there were even times that I had to help troubleshoot camera connectivity. So that's kind of where it started. But during that time, the security manager position opened up. The guy in charge decided to move on, and I was encouraged to apply. Never thought I would do it, but that's where I got to start playing with access control. And as cheesy as it sounds, it was love at first sight. It eventually led to me working and being in charge of the CCARE system for the entire University of Utah campus and healthcare system.
Wow, that's quite the story. I don't think you've ever told me that before. So, working in the library and then kind of shifting that and going to the security aspect. So it's always funny to hear people's stories. It's always unique because nobody really intends on jumping into the security industry, right? No. So with that being said, you went from being an end user basically to then being an applications engineer. So how did you make that transition?
Again, was not something I sought out. I mean, I loved my job at the university, and I still love the University of Utah. And it was not something that I chose without a lot of thought. But I was walking across campus one day with one of our vendors within the security industry, and I was jokingly saying, you should hire me. And he stopped dead in his tracks. And he says, "Are you sure? Are you serious? Because I can make that happen." And I says, "Well, I think I could think about it." And a week or so later, I got a call from our area sales manager for Software House. And he asked if it would be okay if he gave my number to Ken Oro, who is the manager of the applications engineering department. And it was in that moment that I realized, hey, this is my dream job. And it kind of went from there.
That's incredible. That's such a great story. And, it's really great to just network everywhere, right? You never know what opportunities you might uncover.
That's true. Be open to everything.
Absolutely. Especially, library, security, applications engineering, right? So women bring unique qualities and really superpowers to the workplace. And what unique strength or superpower do you bring to applications engineering?
Well, I definitely don't claim to have any superpowers, but I think that what has helped me succeed so far is definitely my ability to connect with people.
I think that is a huge skill, right? Being able to adapt conversations or be able to talk to many different people. I've seen you in action, Becca. So you're always so personable and make everybody feel welcome in a conversation, and especially bringing technology down to the skill set of that individual, right? And so I think one of these things that keeps coming up over and over again in these conversations is that emotional intelligence quality. And I think that is really the true superpower of women in an engineering type based role, right? Is that emotional intelligence, that adaptability.
I completely agree.
Do you have any encouragement that you would give young women that are considering a career in the security industry or in engineering as a whole?
Well, it was definitely something that I was initially intimidated by. I was even told by one person that I couldn't do it. But the encouragement of people and coming into this industry and realizing how fun it is, it's ever changing, ever evolving with technology. The community of people in this entire industry is something I never thought I would come across. And so definitely encouragement. It's very rewarding on many different levels. So don't be afraid of it.
Yeah, no. Again, another reoccurring theme is the purpose that is driven from this industry and the rewards of it. And I think that is so important because I think, especially as women, we live to live our lives with purpose and with driving value and security. I mean, we don't intentionally go after it, but it is such a purpose-driven field of keeping people safe. So it's
Absolutely.
awesome industry. So just to pivot a little bit, what emerging technologies in the security industry are currently exciting you?
In my position, I get to play with a lot of technologies. I've been able to play with biometrics and wireless readers and mobile credentials and so many different things. Camera analytics. I think that one of the things I'm really excited to see how it changes is some of the mobile credentials, in particular Peacock, as something that is reader agnostic. I'm really excited to see the direction that it goes. And I hope it continues to have some traction in the industry.
Yeah, interoperability. I mean, I feel like that's like the buzzword of the last couple of years, especially in the security industry, is I think as we start to have that convergence between security and IT is so used to open architecture-based systems and kind of being able to have the best in breed as they kind of architect the whole back end of their organizations, right? That becomes a topic that is very critical when we're talking to security for those same businesses. And so having a credential that has that interoperability is definitely a place where we're starting to see that shift in conversation as well.
Thank you all for joining us today. I'm Emma Barkley, and this has been a Navigate Her Coffee Chat with my co-chair, Beth Anderson. We hope you found today's conversation inspiring and useful as you navigate your own path in security. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us for upcoming sessions, and feel free to reach out with feedback or topics you'd like to explore next. Until next time, keep learning, keep connecting, and keep leading.